I'll tell you what, earlier today, the Raiders, He-Man Master of the Universe, 44-18 over the Knights. I'll tell you what, the Knights held their dukes up early, 18 all at half-time, but the second half, the Raiders were the best second-half team in the competition. They won the second half, it was 26-0.
It wasn't long ago, remember we were calling them the faders because they do the reverse.
We've never called them the faders, have we?
Yeah, they were called the faders. Now, whatever the opposite is of faders, what's the opposite of a fader?
An emerger?
An emerger. They're the mergers. An advancer. Yeah, so they've done this on numerous times this year where they sort of, if they're not behind, it's probably a draw like it was today, but in the second half, Ricky's speech gets them going. But, yeah, they are flying at the moment. The knockers will say, well, they haven't played anyone of quality in the last month or so. But
they're still on top
correct.
of the table.
And they do have a pretty soft draw going in. They do play Penrith, so that'll give everyone an indication of how they're going to be in the semi-finals.
Yes, we're going to talk about Penrith shortly. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Aren't they just... The freight train's coming home. But at 18 all, you look and you're going, he's in the odds here. Oh, what's the matter, mate? 4 not enough?
It was the kind of the weekend for it. We saw the Eels beat the Broncos. Titans won as well. So you kind of think, well, this could happen today. It could happen that the Knights go down there to Canberra, cold, wet, windy conditions, and beat them. And by half-time, you're going, well, they were still in the hunt, the Knights, but obviously Fogarty and Mike's got his kicking game and his passing game together a lot better in that second half. First half, he'd kick one out in the full, he'd kick one dead. They didn't make a few sets of 6, and then they just controlled things, calmed things down a bit, got through their sets. Their big men did what they always do and roll through them, and then the outside backs with all their footwork and speed just finished it off for it.
Can I just make a point here, Hindy? Since you've started doing the Sunday ticket, your analysis is second to nobody. And long may it rain.
I've got 6 weeks left.
Did it have anything to do with Warwick Kappa giving you a bit of a rev up
I enjoyed that. I went home and told my kids. Warwick Kappa's a big fan of Nathan Hindmarsh.
There you go.
Because I'm not allowed to use nicknames. So, and I went, you know what? I like that. That gave me a good boost.
Gave me inspiration.
That's what we do.
I'm so used to getting put down on this show.
Sure.
For someone to come out, and it's someone like Warwick Kappa, who was a great of the game, of AFL, obviously, to say the things he said about me.
It was nice, wasn't it? It was nice. It was an interesting message. There was just some gold in there somewhere. I tell you, Mark, last night, when I watched the rugby, there's lots of people in sports coats and stuff like that. Obviously, very good education system. I'm concerned about the level of or standard of education system in the Hunter Valley. Because this Fletch, this one, go Fletch, just spelt Fletch slightly wrong way. But anyway,
maybe he had a lisp. Maybe he had a lisp. He had a lisp.
Spot on. Joke's on us.
Flex.
Yeah, Flex.
A lisp. Like that.
Flex.
Flex. And now, Storm 34-30 over the Roosters. Mark, this was one of the games of the season. Fantastic. Yeah, look, we enjoyed it.
Yes.
But it must have been some sort of game to be part of.
Yeah, obviously disappointing loss, but yeah, look, it was a great game to be a part of. Right to the end there, we had to fight to get the win, but obviously we didn't get there. But mate, obviously Melbourne quality side, you can never, we got ahead by 8 points, I think.
Yep.
But yeah, you can never let them, never think you're away from them. So yeah, they did well to come back and I guess get the job done.
Their forwards are very, very strong. I thought that was Stefano's best job or best performance in a nice jersey, Storm jersey. King was very, very good. Very, very strong. The big story, or one of the big stories coming out of the game, of course, is Jahrome Hughes' dislocated shoulder. As we know, they couldn't put it back in the dressing room, had to be taken to hospital. Boys, the question is, if Jahrome is gone for the year, I'm still of the belief they can still win this competition on the back of Munster, Harry Grant, Pappenhausen and so on and so forth. They adjust very, very well. The question I've got for you, if they announce now that he's gone for the year, are Melbourne competition favourites still?
I think they are, yes, because of what you just said. But he'll be back because he doesn't need an operation.
He's back first week of the semis.
Remember in
trying to get him back for
2023 when Jahrome Hughes did something very similar?
Yep.
And so he was back for the preliminary, I think.
And Nathan's gone
Yeah,
through it as
so
well.
I think he'll be... But
I don't see him...
without him...
Without Hughes, no. He's been their main man all year. He's an outstanding player. His kicking game, the way he can control a game, I don't think Munster can do that with Harry Grant. So I'm putting a line through. If he doesn't come back, I'm putting a line through.
It'll be interesting how they adjust their football. You see when Melbourne need to win, they get their game on. They actually sort of pull everything in. They play a lot tighter, and that and this is what they'll do, I think, with our Hughes the next few weeks. And the focal point of the whole game, their attack will be Harry Grant, and Harry the other night was outstanding.
Well, the thing is, and I'm sure, Mark, you will probably attest to it, I'd imagine he'd be on top of the tip sheets when you're looking at Harry Grant. When he gets down on the line, watch how he puts those face passes in. So everyone knew he was going to do it. But this shows you how elite he is. He did it twice. So I'd imagine you were talking about Harry as soon as he gets out from dummy half?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, he's a great player, and pre-game, that's one of our key tasks is to make sure we identify what he's doing. But yeah, he's a quality player, and mate,
Do you have to yell out from the wing, and say Harry Grant or anything like that? Is that your
yeah.
What do you mean? The other guys are blind and can't see them?
Well, I'm just saying that Mark's got maybe a little bit more time out there, not doing too much, and just being able to,
Geez, that's
it's
cruel.
No, mate, this is the role on our show. When I said before that his analysis is getting better, that was alarming to me because our role on the show, Fletch is the funny one, I'm the logical one, and he's the negative one, right? He was just sort of stepping out of his...
It's a winger thing, Mark. It's a winger thing.
Do wingers these still count? Do you count the tackle count?
That's what I was getting to.
Oh, I don't. I just look at the big screen. So
Fair enough.
Because back in the day, they had to call out the tackles.
Yeah,
didn't they?
it did. Yes.
Yeah. That was what they were there for.
Are you allowed to hang with the rest of the footy team? Because when we play, wingers weren't allowed. So we'd have lunch together and wingers had to have their own little...
Yeah, serious.
But you're now included?
always.
Oh, that's good.
Always.
Rugby league's come a long way.
It's quite liberating, the Roosters
Isn't it?
club, isn't it? Now, the Parramatta Eels 22-20 over the Broncos. We're going to talk about Jason Rolls and the young Eels in a second, but that final disallowed try with Reece Walsh, everyone thought that the Broncos had pulled out of the bag. You can just see there Reece Walsh just half a metre offside. And when they got out the Broncos coaching box, they were all celebrating. They didn't see it, but
John Lovett.
there it is. Oh, boy.
But you felt for Papali there at fullback,
He didn't deserve it. He had a stormer.
he did have a great game
didn't
at
he?
fullback, and then to think that was the way it was going to finish after the Eels did such a great defensive game, and I suppose with Mitch Moses' attack as well, it was great to see that pullback.
Oh, Hindy, I tell you must be proud of this team. Jason Rolls is just doing an exceptional job. All the decisions he's made. If you look at in those early rounds how Parramatta looked, and yes, it was out without Mitchell Moses, but how they look compared to how they're playing now, the improvement has just been...
Yeah, across the board, particularly in the middle. The middle was so soft and loose at the start of the season. They've become a lot tighter, a lot more aggressive, and been able to withhold a lot more pressure. But young blokes like Sean Russell, he was up against Katoni Staggs the other night. He did an outstanding effort.
Yep.
And there was one time he came shooting out of the line and missed him. That was his only mistake of the night. But the Eels, they're playing some really nice football. But the fact I like they're more resilient.
Yeah, they are.
When the blowtorch gets applied, they don't just turn up their toes.
Look at this here. I mean, I know Billy scores, but you can see...
there's numbers in the frame.
Yellow jersey. So he's doing something good there.
My prediction, Jason Riles, in his tenure at Parramatta, he'll win a competition.
Ooh,
I
big
reckon he
call.
will get it. Yeah.